Thank you for tuning in to another episode of InRange. We're coming to you from SMM3G, which is one of the biggest three-gun competitions in the country here at the Rio Salado Sportsman's Range. I'm here with Russell Phagan. Obviously, I'm Karl from InRange, and we need an Iain.
Hey, you guys, I don't spell it the same. Is that okay?
You spell it wrong or right?
I spell it right.
He spells it right.
Spelling.
So we've got Iain with a proper spelling. Yes, please join us.
Well, thank you, gentlemen.
So we've got Iain Harrison from Recoil Magazine here with us as well. So we thought we'd do is we talk a little bit about the match, talk about maybe you guys could talk about Mystery Mountain 3Gun a little bit, or Mountain Mystery 3Gun, excuse me, and then let's talk about the guns we're using as well.
It's actually the longest continuously running three-gun match in the country. The first year they held it was 1995.
Wow. And
it's run continuously since then. You know, management's changed over time and, you know, switches hands every so often, but the themes and the types of stages are fairly consistent. And now it has up to 350 to 400 shooters competing over a 3-day weekend.
That is a massive shooting event.
It is. It's huge.
So you've been shooting it for a while as well, yeah?
I've been shooting it off and on since about 2009, and it's one of those matches where you think you've got the rhythm of it, you come back year after year, and then every year you'll find a stage that completely eats your lunch.
They're always got some wrench to throw into the machine.
Always, always, always.
Interesting. So people that watch InRange, our general audience is used to seeing two-gun, which is, you know, that's our little brainchild down near Tucson. It's much more, it's kind of a physically oriented, tactically oriented thing in desert brutality. But there are differences between these different types of shooting competitions, and each of them have their benefits and their detriments.
Absolutely.
So I think the three-gun focuses on some stuff a little different, one of them which, of course, is their shotguns.
And shotguns suck.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So we just tolerate them because we're at a three-gun event, or what do you think, Phagan?
The fortunate thing at this event is they've kind of moved in the direction where on most stages you have a choice of basically shooting the shotgun empty and going to handgun.
Okay.
So if you're a strong handgun shooter, you can make that choice and just basically shoot the shotgun empty and go to handgun in a lot of places. Or if you're a strong shotgun shooter and you load like lightning, you can just do that.
Yeah, because people have all sorts of crazy reloading methods that are not orthodox but very efficient at three-gun, right?
Indeed.
Like load 4 and load 3?
Yep, indeed. But you'll find as well that sometimes stages will accommodate that. But if you have a bunch of shells around your waist like that in the little shell holders that people started using, as soon as you get thrown, complete yard sale. And you go and then, okay, then that's one of these stages that might eat your lunch. Find
the shooter there, the trail of gear behind them.
Exactly.
Interesting,
exactly.
Interesting. So should we talk about the guns we're using at the match?
Sure.
You want to start, Iain?
Absolutely. So I'm shooting heavy metal in this match, which means...
heavy metal, what is
that? So
that?
heavy metal is an equipment division.
Okay.
And so heavy metal, you need to shoot a 12-gauge shotgun, either pump gun or semi-auto, your choice. But you must shoot a 7.62 by 51 battle rifle.
So 308.
A 308. You got to shoot a 308. So
or bigger? Could you go with something like an 8mm Mauser, or could you do that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Or is it specifically 308?
You could go larger. 308's the minimum.
Yeah. Okay, so 308's the minimum.
If you could put a sling on a Karl staff, then you're probably sweets ahead.
Fair enough.
So I'm shooting a POF, so Patriot Ordnance Factory Revolution, and it's a DI. It's a new DI model. It weighs in right about 6 pounds. Or so.
Wow, very light.
It's super phenomenally light, and the receiver set is almost the same size. It is the same size as an AR-15.
Okay.
So you're getting 308 power in a 5.56 package.
That's very interesting.
It doesn't make it any easier to shoot, though. It is still a full-size battle rifle, and you're going to be fighting that recoil the whole time.
That's something we talk about on InRange a lot. Every time you hear people talk about a 308, they're like, shoots like a 5.56. No, 308 shoots like a 308. That's just the way it is. Now, some shoot a little more mild than others.
Yep.
But 308 is 308.
Yeah, exactly.
And your shotgun.
And the shotgun is a Breda. And so Breda are a fun little Italian company, and they were the first ones to come up with the inertia system, which has been copied by Benelli and worldwide and was more renowned. Breda are starting to come into the US market, and it's a pretty feature-rich shotgun for what you pay for. And I really like it. It's been utterly reliable so far, despite the fact I haven't shot it a whole lot, but it just eats anything you put through it. So that's it for then, and then for handguns, I have, just lock it back, SIG P320. So totally vanilla P320. The only thing I've changed on that are the sights. I put night vision sights on it, which are kind of like Tujicon HDs. They're super bright and they're super easy to pick up, especially in the desert environment.
Sure. Excellent. And you have to be 45 ACP.
You have to be 45 ACP.
So
yep.
Those are the requirements.
Yep.
Excellent. Awesome. Phagan, what are you shooting?
I'm competing in Stealth Division, which is a division unique to this match. It's only been around for about 3 years now, I think.
Okay.
and it's kind of like the combination of modern tactical equipment.
Okay.
So your rifle can be basically an open division rifle. It can have dual optics. I'm not using dual optics, but I got a 1:6 variable from US Optics on there. And you can only use 30-round magazines.
Okay.
So the magazine length is limited. So it's kind of like open light.
No D60s.
No.
Yep.
If you use a bipod, it has to be on the rifle the whole time. So that's a decision people make sometimes if they look at the stages ahead of time. Do I need the bipod? Do I want it? Because otherwise it's kind of a liability.
Yes.
Generally, there's at least 1 or 2 stages where it's enough of an advantage that I want to have.
So in Stealth Division, the gear stays pretty much with the gun the whole time. If you were an open, you could take that bipod off, throw it in your bag,
Correct.
and only use it on one stage.
Correct.
Okay.
So shotgun is also kind of in between tactical and open in that you can use red dots, but it's tube fed, and the tube is limited to 23.5 inches in length.
Okay.
So a lot of people now are running tubes that are longer than the barrel. They'll fit up to 12 rounds there. They can only have 9 rounds in the start in tactical division, for example. This gun holds 9+1, and as long as it fits in that length, you can have that many rounds in the gun at the start.
Excellent.
So,
And your pistol. Probably the one people have seen on the channel before.
yes. So this is the Stealth Special. It was made for this division. There is a box size that has to fit in with its magazines. So I put this pistol together to get as much advantage out of the Stealth Division box as possible.
Delta Point Pro comp and a light. Cool. Excellent. So now I come to me, and I of course have some of the strangest and least strange things. I'll start with the shotgun, which is the least strange. It's just a standard 870 with an extended tube magazine, pump gun, fiber optic sights for those slug rounds, so you can just have some precision. You don't have just a bead out there, you can actually aim with this. Other than that, nothing special. Pump 870. Then we have the Desert Tech MDR. I'm going to go ahead and venture a guess this might be one of the first MDRs out at a 3-gun competition. Don't know for sure. But 308 allows me to be in the heavy metal division. We've got this new FXD pistol version here. It's actually really cool. It's kind of got like a little accelerator tab. We'll talk more about that on the channel later. Getting a chamber flag into this, which we discussed, the chamber access is a little challenging on the MDR. We have to be a little clever about that because this match requires chamber flags. 50-pound 1-4 AccuPoint, which you've seen on the channel a lot. We're real happy with that optic. Hopefully this is going to do really well in the heavy metal division. Bullpup, you know how I am about bullpups, but we've worked with Desert Tech quite a bit on this, and we're happy with this at this point. Hopefully we get through a really good match with this. And then, even more strange, of course, is the pistol. Looks like a Glock. Smells like a Glock, but it is not exactly a Glock. This is Guncrafters Industries 50 GI Glock. The magazines are 9-round capacity, 300 grain bullet at 700 feet per second. Of course, heavy metal, as we mentioned earlier in the video, requires 45 ACP, but I figured why not go 50 caliber if I'm going to be in heavy metal. Let's just make that a little bigger. So that's the pistol I'll be using today. And so what we're going to try and do throughout the match is talk about all of our guns, how they worked for us. And on top of that, we're going to have conclusions, I think, per each stage.
It's always been a good test of the equipment. You know, it is out in the desert. We do get dusty, dry, horrible conditions here. It has snowed a couple of years as
Yes.
well. Just to throw a real wrench in the works. So you can pretty much, you'll hit anything. And you are going to come up with some surprises.
I think we will. I think another thing that's going to be worth discussing is not only how this 50 caliber Glock works on the clock.
I'm pretty sure you're going to have no problem with steel.
Probably no problem with knockdown targets, right? But I think another thing that's worth talking about is you've pretty much got like a top-of-the-line DI 308 rifle in an AR-15, AR-10 pattern. And then I'm running this brand, like pretty much cutting-edge bullpup.
Exactly.
And maybe one of the things we'll talk about as we go through the stages is how those two interact or don't, or how the differences are between them.
I think it's going to be really good to see. I mean, it is the most modern iteration of both types of firearm.
It is.
Right now.
It is. So I think there's how many stages today?
We're doing 6 today and I think 5 tomorrow.
So we've got a lot of stages for you guys to check out. Hopefully we're going to test out all this gear in a very thorough way and get a lot of information to you, not only about the guns, but about competition shooting. And we're going to have a different input because we're going to have me, Sinistral Rifleman, and Iain Harrison from Recoil, which we're happy to have. So stay tuned.